Hey friends, it's Rosalind from Roslyn Love and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you one of my newest addictions, which is propagating. If you don't know what propagating is, it is literally taking clippings or part of another plant and creating its own plant base. There are different ways you can propagate plants. For me, the thing I have found most successful is water propagating, which if that sounds really confusing or complicated, it's not. Today I'm literally going to show you how to propagate one of my favorite category or groupings of plants, which is the Pathos Philodendron family, because they're very similar and they are super easy to propagate. I have turned a lot of plants into more plants for absolutely free. So it is a really exciting process and my husband loves it as well. So I am excited to show you guys this video. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to go ahead and hit that bell, you can be notified anytime I come out with new videos and it would just be great. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so all you need is a plant. So again, something like a pothos or a philodendron plant, which more often than not, likely what you have is something like this plant right here, and a good pair of sharp scissors. So these are literally just kitchen scissors that I grabbed. We had 2 pair and only need 1 pair and never used the second pair, so I have just converted them into my plant scissors. So you want to make sure they are clean, they are sharp. Definitely don't want a dull or rusty pair of scissors. So what you're going to be looking for are these little brown nodes, which I will show you a close-up of, and you are going to cut just past it because those nodes are the things that are actually going to turn into the roots in the water, which again, I will show you in a little bit what that looks like after they've been propagating for a little while. So all you actually need is to cut off nodes. You can do as many or as little as you want. You can trim. This is kind of where it gets a little, use your creativity to decide what you want. Do you want to thin out this plant? Do you want it, for me, I really like my plants to be very full looking, so I don't want to pull apart too much. I mean, in this case, this pothos is just absolutely thriving. I think it's a pothos. I always get them a little confused because pothos and like philodendrons look very similar. If you know the difference, feel free to comment below and let me know to help remember. But anyway, this one's really full, so I don't mind pulling from it. But again, my preference is I don't anything that's vining unless I have a ton of vines that I'm trying to clean up. I usually like to leave because I love the vining look. So again, whatever your preference is, all you need, like I said, are just to look for those little nubs and to cut past it. So I'm going to go ahead and take some clippings and we're going to stick them in some water, and then I will show you what they look like once they're rooted. So I'm going to take my jar, and I like to use filtered water. We have a Berkey system here that we absolutely love. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I like to use filtered water. I don't water all my plants with filtered water, but for cuttings, I like to make sure they are filtered. So we're going to use this and go ahead, and then we can just put our cuttings directly into here. There's my little step stool because she's hanging up. All right. So like I said, what we're going to do is look for some little nodes. If you can see, let's see, right here. Here's one. So I'm just going to cut, it's just 2 leaves, so I'm just going to cut right under that. And there you go. So there's the little node. And there's 2 leaves. And you want to make sure you don't want to have leaves that'll be sticking in the water. So this one's really good because I can stick it in the water and there's no, like the leaves aren't actually in the water, just the root. Let's see if you can see. Just the root is. So we will cut a couple more. Let's see, let's get in here a little bit because she's really thick in here. Needs to be thinned out. That looks like another good one. Yeah. there we go. There's another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep cutting and then I will pop back. All right, I just found this guy and I have to show y'all. Look at, you can see, look at all those roots. So this one definitely, and she's like such big pretty leaves, so this will be a good one. All right, so now I have my plants propagating in some water. So like I said, I'm gonna add just a little bit more water just so that one root doesn't go end up getting out of the water as they just kind of drink from this. And what you're gonna wanna do is just put this somewhere in indirect light. You definitely don't want You definitely don't want sun shining directly on here because it could damage the root systems. Because again, they're now in a fragile state. But literally you're just gonna leave these in the water. I would check the water every couple days. You can change it out if you want to. I'm not always the best at it. It's probably better for them if you change out the water. But again, I've usually set it and forget it. So it'll be okay. Especially if you have filtered water and it's good water. So anyway, I'll just set it somewhere. Like on my dresser here. It gets good indirect light and I will leave it for a couple weeks. And again, you can kind of see it and check it. You'll see like little white roots once you get a pretty hefty white root, which again, I'll go grab another plant that I have propagating and just kind of show you what that looks like. But once you got some good root systems, then you can go ahead and directly plant it into some dirt and soil. And you'll just want to be sure just the first few days that you plant it in the soil that you do keep it pretty moist just until the roots established, and then you have another plant. So I'm gonna go grab some examples and show you guys. Here's one that I actually forgot I was propagating because it was in a spot that I have a lot of succulents, so I don't really look at them all the time. So you can maybe tell, I'll go ahead and pull her out. This is Philodendron. Her roots are very, very long. They do not need to be this long. I would say like at least an inch, 1 or 2 inches. Yeah, these, let's see, can you see? A little out of hand. But again, it's not gonna hurt. Really the only thing it's gonna hurt is probably she'll just like, she's become so water dependent that I might just have to pay a little more attention to her. But here is a Pothos I just recently planted after water propagating. And if you can tell, see, look at that cute new leaf. So she's clearly doing well and happy, thriving. Plants are up and growing, and I just love this pot. She's just got some cute hair. And just for an example, here's a Monstera that I have water propagating. And you can see just kind of like the white roots there. Again, this one's been propagating a long time because I just like them in the water, but I need to go ahead and plant them. And because this is part of the Philodendron family, it's just also a similar way to propagate. You just look for the little nodes, and again, you can see how the nodes just turn into these long root systems, which are just beautiful. And when you freshly propagate something and you start to see that little bit of white, it's just like, it's so exciting. So anyway, guys, that is how you propagate a Pathos or Philodendron plant, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Again, subscribe to the channel to watch more plant videos and gardening and all things homesteading, just all the fun. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Otherwise, I look forward to hanging out with you soon. Feel free to come hang out with me on Instagram at @RosalindLove, where I just talk about plants quite often. To show you kind of the behind the scenes of our everyday life. So anyway, hope you guys have an absolutely lovely day today. And if you have any success or fun stories, or you've peeped your new leaf or roots, please feel free to share with me either on Instagram or in a comment down below, because I would love to hear about it and geek out on all the plant things with you. So hope you have, again, a wonderful day and best of luck propagating, and until next time.